Cholesterol was a good guy. He was caught at the crime scene, they handcuffed him and took him away. He was there to help. His purpose is to help. Look, the brain is made of cholesterol. The cell membrane is made of cholesterol. Sex hormones are made of cholesterol. Bile is made of cholesterol. Vitamin D is made of cholesterol. The myelin bay of nerves is made up of cholesterol. You can imagine how useful cholesterol is. Cholesterol is so important for the organism that it does not remove the exoculum. It does not allow it to be absorbed. He even makes his own cholesterol. It does not depend on food. You say, I ate 3, 4, 5 eggs, it's full of cholesterol. I say, this will come out in the feces, because the body absorbs only 10 to 15% of the cholesterol you eat, because the body does not delegate this. Cholesterol is so important to the body that it manufactures it. But, of course, anyone who isn't listening is thinking I'm talking nonsense. I have been a cardiologist for 45 years. I have more than 150 scientific works published in the area of cardiology in the United States. Anyone who wants to can look for my resume there. And this problem is very serious, because this mistake that cholesterol is bad comes from a long time ago. The first big mistake that our viewer will be surprised is that the first cholesterol is not fat.
Wow.
Ready, cholesterol is a polycyclic alcohol. It's a sterol. It's a lipid. All fat is a lipid, not all lipid is a fat. So cholesterol is part of the lipid family. Lipid is that which does not dissolve in water. If it doesn't dissolve in water, it's a lipid. Fat is lipid. Cholesterol is lipid. Lipoid is lipid. Did you understand? These are things that do not dissolve in water, but the difference between cholesterol and fat is brutal. Cholesterol is the financial danger cyclopentane. And another absurd thing, cholesterol is made from carbohydrate, not fat. You say, I'm not going to eat fat because I'm going to increase my cholesterol. Fat does not raise cholesterol. I defy anyone, no scientific work, to predict me. Who raises cholesterol as carbohydrate? And from a certain age, from 60 years old, studies show, I'm not saying, no, that the higher your cholesterol, the longer you will survive. Increases your survival. Look what an interesting thing. If you have higher cholesterol, you have less cancer. If you have higher cholesterol, you have fewer infections. But you look at what this culture is like. Every time I speak well about cholesterol at a congress, that congress never invites me back. Dr. Habnov, who despite having a Russian name, he is Danish, is the greatest authority on cholesterol in the world. He has a website called THINC, where he has several Nobel Prize laureates there. He brought together people who are critical thinkers, and this cholesterol study, anyone who studies cholesterol in depth, comes to the same conclusion. Because nobody wants to eat anything that has fat. Anything that has fat. It's called fat phobia. You don't know what you're missing because your brain, a big part of it, is fat. When you have plaque formation, and it starts to damage the vessel, cholesterol goes there to try to fix it. It goes there to weld that. It's like you had a solder. So, in plaque, there is cholesterol, as well as polyunsaturated graphic acid, as well as calcium. There's calcium there. There's cholesterol. It's trying to fix that hole. He goes there to plug the hole, and they think he's the cause. Because it all started back in 1913. When the Russians gave cholesterol to rabbits. Rabbit is not carnivore, rabbit is herbivore. He doesn't have the condition to metabolize cholesterol. Now we do. Then they gave cholesterol and developed plaque, because cholesterol is an animal thing, not a vegetable thing. And as rabbits are herbivores, they only eat vegetables, so they showed that there were problems with rabbits. Soon after, they made mice, and then there was no problem anymore. But the rabbit post came out first. And then Atwo takes the calcium that is in that plaque and takes it to the teeth and bones. Or vitamin K2 as the GPS of calcium. Calcium doesn't have the intelligence to go back into the bone or to go back into the teeth once it leaves. To be taken there, it needs vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 is an anti-atherosclerotic vitamin.